Here's a riddle for you. What kind of vehicle drives you from your house to school, is very long, and publicly demonstrates your socioeconomic status? Well, you might have said a stretch limousine, but I would also accept as correct a school bus. Because just like kids who can afford it buy a car so they don't have to take the school bus to school, the very richest kids show off their money with a limo that drives them to prom. Here's a graph about the length of your dress and the number of judgmental looks you will receive for wearing said dress. Of course, if you wear an ultra short dress, you're going to get a lot of people, giving you the disapproval stare. But on the other hand, if you go the other extreme and you have like a wedding gown length train that everybody's tripping over when you're walking around, people are going to judge you for that too. So you're looking for this elusive, almost impossible to find perfect length dress somewhere in the middle. This is of course a broad generalization, but most of the time if a guy sees another guy wearing the exact same outfit as he's wearing, he's going to be like, "Yo bro, we're twins," and they're going to do like a bro hug and a fist pound. But if a girl sees another girl wearing her exact same dress, whoa, night ruined, mascara starts running, tears are flowing, there's a powwow in the bathroom, everything is a disaster. Stick with me here, I'm going to attempt the almost impossible, a chart within a chart, a chartception if you will. Okay, so we have a Venn diagram. The overlap of the two circles is represented at the bottom with a bar chart. The bar chart is about how these two items are things that everyone jokes about, but the actual occurrence of the things they are joking about is virtually non-existent. Okay, now the circles, the things that happen that people joke about, is how everyone's always like, "Hey, someone's gonna spike the punch at prom." Yeah, it never happens. And also how everyone always jokes like, "Hey, when I'm putting the boutonniere on you, I'll try really hard not to stick you with the needle, haha, aren't we all so nervous about this?" Prom is an intersection described in this Venn diagram of prescribed uniforms, guards patrolling the perimeter of the room, and illegal substance smuggling, which, if you think about it, means that prom is a lot like prison. How is the election of a prom king and queen like a thing? The United States is a country that's literally founded on the rejection of a monarchy system. Like, we hate monarchies. It's just a thing. And yet somehow at prom, we think it's cool to elect an underage king and queen to rule over us for the evening? What? I just don't understand it. One thing that I think is really interesting about prom is how it reinforces so many traditional gender roles in our society, such as heterosexual couples where the guy asks the girl. But one thing that has changed in recent years, thanks to the proliferation of social media, is tremendous pressure on guys to have elaborate prom proposals that will get so many likes on Facebook. But I would argue that prom is way more stressful for girls, simply because they have so many expectations placed upon them that, if you think about it, are kind of in opposition to one another, creating a very stressful, pressurized situation in the middle. For example, they must find a date, but they are supposed to wait to be asked by the guy. And when they go to find their dress, they need to find an eye-catching dress, but that dress cannot be slutty. And when they're on the dance floor, they have to dance like they're having fun, but also do so while keeping hundreds of bobby pins from falling out of their fancy hair. Girls often wear very uncomfortable high-heeled shoes to prom. Here's a graph about the direct correlation between the height of your heels and the number of band-aids you will need to tolerate the foot pain of wearing said shoes. Speaking of direct correlations, I think it was Jenna Marbles who first observed that girls seem to believe that the time they spend getting ready for an event is directly correlated with the amount of fun they will have at that event. In this case, prom. And on that note, I leave you with this pie chart of the things girls do to get ready for prom. So you start with some foundation powder, and then you add highlighter, then concealer, then you put some mascara on your eyelashes, pencil in some eyeliner, add on some lipstick, use some nail polish, preferably one with copious amounts of glitter, and I'm sure I'm missing a ton of other things, so tell me in the comments, what else did you do to get ready for prom this year?
AMPUTEE